This week's parsha is Parshas Eikev, if you're listening to it according to the week. Parshas Eikev describes, among other things, Klal Yisrael traveling through the Midbar, traveling through the desert. And the pasuk, when it talks about the travels of Klal Yisrael through the Midbar, through the desert, it describes it in very graphic detail. It says, Eretz Nachash Saraf V'Akrov Tzimayin Asher Ein Shamayim. A land of Nachash, of snakes, Saraf, fiery snakes of some type. Akrav, which is a scorpion, a land of thirst where there is no water. Such a description in and of itself is chilling enough in terms of the physical aspects of Klal Yisrael traveling through the Midbar, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu protecting them with the Ananei HaKavod, providing them with man, providing them with the Be'er of Miriam. However, as we know in the Torah, there are many different levels. And whatever we're told in the Torah is in order to teach us different ways of Avodas Hashem. On the simple level, this is to teach us Hakaras HaTov, to recognize that wherever we travel, however deserted it might be, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was always with us, and He was always protecting us from any of the mazikim which might be surrounding us. The physical ones, the thirst, the lack, the wild animals. However, in the Shem Yishmuel, he chooses to expand on the understanding of this pasuk and to explain it to us in a different way. And he reaches all the way back to the beginning of Bereshis and points out to us that, of course, whenever we meet the Nachash, the snake, we are referring to that Nachash which went ahead and twisted HaKadosh Baruch Hu's command and convinced Chava and Adam to eat from the Eitz Hadas, the Nachash which now crawls on its belly for the rest of eternity, eating dirt as a result of having led the entire humanity astray and causing the world to have to taste death. However, over here, there's also the Saraf, the Akrav, the Tzimon or She'ein Shamayim. What are these different other creatures that are mentioned? Explains the Shem Yishmuel, they are referring to different kinds of Yitzrei Hara. There's the Yetzer Hara of Saraf. There's the Yetzer Hara of fire. There's the Yetzer Hara that a person has which causes him to do Averis, which burns up inside of him, which is a fire burning and causes the person to actively run against the Ratzon Hashem. And in the Midbar with its heat, there are such Srafim. A person can be led astray in different ways to go chasing after different things which are incorrect and the wrong thing to do. However, at night, the desert gets very cold. It doesn't retain any heat and it becomes cold and dark. An akrav is a different kind of animal. It's a scorpion. Yes, it stings. But the main part of the name is milashon kar, something which is cold. When a person is kar, when a person is cold, a person is lethargic, a person is unable to move, so then they can't be Oved Hashem at all in any way, shape, or form. They're just sitting there, unable to accomplish. Klal Yisrael in the desert traveled through these nisyonos. They were faced with the nachash, with the snake, which manifests as either saraf, a desire to chase after Averos, or akrav, a coldness, a lethargy of not wanting to serve Hashem. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu led them through such a desert and gave them the ability and gave them the tools to overcome such Yitzrei Hara. We as their descendants carry these tools with us. We're constantly beset by these two kinds of nisyonos, saraf and akrav, to run to do something we shouldn't, to be kar, to be so cold and lethargic we don't want to accomplish anything. But then there's something even worse. There's tzimon asher ein sham mayim. There's thirst where there's no water. Of course, where you're thirsty, there's no water. If there's water, you're going to drink it. The answer is a perception that there is no water. There's nothing that a person can get. There's no reason why a person should even look for anything because there's nothing there. Person sinks into such depths that they don't even bother looking for any kind of mayim. In mayim elotera, they're not even bothering to look for ruchnias. Our travels through the desert taught us that even in a midbar, we can find ruchnias, we can find mayim. Our goal is to first of all realize that there is mayim, that there is water. To come to a place of mayim, a place of Torah, and slake our thirst and become connected to the wells of the Torah. And then learn how to deal with the nachash and the akrav. How to learn with the saraf, that desire to run to do averos, and the akrav, that coldness that keeps us from doing Averos. Let us arouse ourselves as Elul becomes closer to overcome the Saraf and the Akrov, to bring ourselves, Be'ezus Hashem, soon to a place of Mayim, a place of Torah, and travel through our desert to be able to reach Eretz Yisrael.